Let us see how can we register a sales of raw material in Petpooja inventory. To begin, you'll have to log on to your owner's dashboard and then go to inventory section. Inside inventory, you'll find a section for consumption, under which sales will be visible. When you click here, it will show you a screen like so. You can filter out your past sales by putting in necessary dates, or by the type of supplier, by invoice number, by payment styles, by status, and by type of transfer or sales. Once done, you can see the column headings and its details below it. This shows the vendor name and the type of sale. Second is the invoice date, invoice number, total amount of the invoice, payment received for the invoice, created by, status, and action buttons for the same. I'll explain the action buttons after we create a sale. In case you want to export this, you can click on export all and an Excel sheet like so will be generated with all the details of your past invoices. Let us see how can we register a sale here. I click on add sale and a screen like so will come up. Here, if you placed a purchase order in regards to the sales, for example, if I received an order for 10 ice cream boxes and I directly generated a purchase order earlier for 10 ice cream boxes, then I can convert that purchase order into this sales. I can just click here and all the details will be auto fetched. Like so. If you want to make a sale from scratch, there's no need to click on any of these and start noting down the details. You can select your supplier. It could be a third-party supplier, a restaurant, or a kitchen. We'll be selecting my sister outlet. You can select a category and you can also select multiple categories for the same sales. If you don't select any category, all the goods can be added here in such format. Otherwise, all the goods would have been pre-listed for your ease. Then we go to the invoice date, the number of invoice, payment type, whether it is unpaid or have you received any payment for the same. You can put in the details, whether tax payable under reverse charge, yes or no, the bank details, and the address. Any other terms and conditions can be listed down here. This button identifies that once this bill is posted, the necessary effect of this bill will appear on your inventory stock level, which means all the stock mentioned here will be reduced from your inventory. This button ensures whether you want to keep this sales bill editable or not. Here you can use this function to add, set as favorite, remove from favorite, or remove any entries posted below. For an example, I'll be taking almonds into my sales and add another raw materials, which is butter. Now, if any default price for the same raw material is set here, it will auto-populate here. But in our case, there is no default price set, so we'll enter it manually. I want to sell this many quantity of those SKUs. The price would be 100 for each. And the taxes can be applied here. The description, if I want to mention any description, I can mention them here. And the available stock quantity of the same along with other details will be visible. If I want to add any discount, I can click here and provide discount in percentage or fixed amount. We'll be giving 10% of discount. Delivery charges, if any, can be included in the invoice, and taxes on it can also be charged. TCS for the same can be written down here. Once done, I can click on Save Changes and a sales bill would be generated. Let us see the action buttons for the same. The first button is for editing. The second button is for viewing a PDF of the same sales. The copy will look like this. You can customize this copy in our configuration section. The third action button is for a challan. In some cases, there is a need of a copy which accompanies the transporter, which is also known as challan or delivery note. This challan will contain all the information as the sales copy, but it will be concise and the amount of the goods being transported will not be written here. If you want to generate that, you can click here. Afterwards, we have a paid amount section where you can receive payments against the sales you generated. The email button can allow you to email this PDF copy of sales bill to your vendor, restaurant, or any other party you would like to. The second last button is for viewing logs. The logs will contain all the information of editing and creation in regards to the bill. And the last button is for cancelling these sales. Once you cancel the sales, all those raw materials will be added back to your inventory stock level. So this was all about sales in Petpooja inventory. A special note for sales raw material feature would be that all the income generated from this source will not be mentioned in the profit and loss reports. Sales of raw material is essentially a ledger which is created for accounting purposes. Other than that, all the effects of sales of raw material will not be visible in your profit and loss reports. Different reports for the same is available inside the reports section. Kindly refer them to know more.